Hi everyone and welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB Supra Cup. This is round 3 from High Speed Ring, race 1. Let's take you through the grid for this first race then. So on, if we go to the top of the grid, sorry. So on pole position we have TY on pole position in the number 92. Second place for Pash in the Continental Supra. Then it's Bidster, number 22, in third. Fourth is Neil Farmack in the number 12. Then it's Wayne in the Banana Boat in the Supra. Then it's Keith, number 38. And then at the back of the grid, we have Domingo in the number 39 car. So different colours for Domingo. A couple of people not here this time, but doesn't mean we're not going to have a spectacular race. So let's get on with the race then. Here we go, lights on. High speed ring, and away we go. Oh, Keith's asleep on the line and doesn't get a very good start at all, but everyone else down towards turn 1. This is going to be a high top speed track, as we have Pash going to the inside, TY going very high on the banking, hoping to get the speed out the corner. Bidster following Pash through on the bottom. TY staying high for now. As we go down to the braking zone. To the left hand, a bit of lag there from TY's car, but I think we're okay. Remember, this is back about a year ago, and the service for GT7 weren't the best, and they're not still not the best now. But it helps with some people's connections being better, as Domingo and Bids go side by side for 4th and 5th. Bids are going back off the start a little bit there, trying to get Domingo on the inside of the way out the corner. But Domingo's in the draft of everyone else and should take the position as the lights go on as they go into the tunnel and out of it. And so it's Pash leading from Neil Farmack, TY, Domingo. Oh, Neil running the wall there. Neil running the wall very high. Can't get off the wall. He's magnetised to the wall. He can't get himself off there. And he now loses a place to Wayne as well. Loses a place to Wayne as well. Keith now on the back of the field. And now everyone drafting each other down the straight. 2 by 2 behind Pash. And now Wayne goes to the extreme inside. There's everyone else up at the top. I don't know why the camera zoomed in this much, but it is. As we go down to the second corner again. Oh, that's a lap done already. Very quick laps here at High Speed Ring. TY on the inside, almost contact there with Wayne, and everyone else tries to fold in there, and there's lag, there's cars everywhere. It's a bit of a mess, but everyone's through there okay. The Bidster down the outside of Wayne. And Bidster makes a mistake. He's gone round. Too much power too early while the lock's still on, and Bidster goes right round there and goes back down to last place. So he's got a lot of work to do in this race to try and catch the pack up, because obviously they're going to be drafting each other, and Pash has said goodbye to everyone. He's already at the last corner. There he is. And there's Wayne, Pash, Keith up to 4th place after a few people getting a bit tangled up in that mess at turn 2 with all the lag and everything, but we're okay now. So down the straight, everyone in the draft of each other. Keith drafting TY drafting Wayne. Keith moves to the inside, Wayne moves to the extreme inside, TY again favouring that high line with a bit of a lag going on there. Can't be helped as we go down to the next corner. Pash still in the lead by quite a margin. Neil Farmack there, a bit close to Domingo, a bit of contact, but we're okay. Pash TY right on the back of Keith, who goes into 2nd place. So Wayne's lost out there. 2nd place for Keith after the dreadful start. He's already back up to 2nd place. Now if these guys trip over each other enough, that means Bidster will be able to catch up in a few laps, but we'll see how we go. We'll keep an eye on things as Domingo and Neil still side by side there for 5th place. Still, even with 7 cars, you can still have epic racing. Even if you've got a grid of only 4 cars, you can still have an epic race with the cars being close together. So now Domingo running high and using the wall, and Neil goes back through. So Domingo does the mistake of Neil on the first lap. So starting lap 4, TY, Keith and Wayne all together. Still the battle for 2nd rages on behind Pash, who's in the lead. Wayne again keeping it tight, and Keith this time doing the high route round the banking with TY. A little bit more extra top speed running off the banking. But it's a longer way round as Wayne defends the inside. Keith goes high, so does TY, lagging all over the place. TY's lag is getting insanely bad now, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. It's been worse in the past. as Keith holds the inside line and no way through yet for Wayne or TY into the little complex section. Long right-hander, the long left-hander. That's what you call. Oh, that's with high speed ring. That's pretty much a complex, and then that's everything else is quite simple corners really. Last corner is more or less flat. Further back, Neil Farmack's left Domingo standing, so Domingo's lost the draft off the back of everyone else, and now Neil's back on this battle for second place. Pash, Keith, Wayne, TY, Neil, Domingo, as quick as that, past the camera. Across the line. That 5 of 19 complete here. Again, the high line for some cars, the low line for others. TY not going too high this time around, wanting to keep in the draft with the other cars. Pash still leading this race magnificently. The fast slap to Neil, 106.8, as he goes really wide at the other corner. But again, you go wide at that corner, it's actually a faster line, so you can get a better run off the corner, and you can use more of the camber the higher up the track you go. So, obviously the right hand side tyres starting to wear, and we're going to keep an eye on that as well. The right hand side tyres take an absolute beating around this track, and also fuel wise we'll have to watch that as well, because I was doing it in the last race, but that's if I've got that one saved. I'm not quite sure yet, so I'll have a look in my little archive for you, and I'll see if I can find it. If there isn't a replay on it, I haven't got it, so I'm trying my best at the minute. In the past I couldn't save that many replays with the storage getting full and all that kind of thing, but and also me with my fish-like brain and forgetting, so fish memory. But I'm doing my best, and Keith there and alongside Wayne for second place. Wayne trying to go around the outside, and now they're catching up to Pash as well. TY and Neil still close together. TY giving Neil anxiety with the amount of lag that's going on. Pash goes wide, and you can see there the fast line. Keith took the bottom line. Wayne went to high, but I think he hit the wall. So Wayne fast lap 106.4 last time round. Again, lap times will vary as fuel goes down and everything. Bidster's caught the back end of Domingo as well. And it goes past Domingo on the inside. Domingo not choosing to fight Bidster. He'd rather let Bidster pull him up through the pack if he feels that Bidster's fast. Oh, he does the mistake that Bidster does, except on the inside of the curb. And Domingo goes round. So Domingo now, it's going to be really hard for Domingo to catch up now, unless like I said, the other guys make mistakes or there's incidents. You never know. Never say never until the line. So still Pash leads the way. Number 84 leads the way from Keith in second place. Wayne third, pulling out the draft. TY and Neil still alongside each other. Extreme inside. Oh no, I thought he was a bit to extreme inside. That's what TY's doing. But Wayne comes back up the track a bit, and they're still fighting out for second place. Still the battle rages on, but Keith has to back out a bit, and Wayne has the position as Wayne. See, they go to the inside, and Pash uses the outside line and propels off the corner. Meanwhile, TY has got ahead of Neil Farmack, so Neil goes down to 5th place. Wayne and Keith still can't stop going side by side with each other. They just won't stop. As now Wayne goes wide, and then because he goes that wide off the corner, TY has a little nibble at his back end, but there's no way through there. Lights goes on in the tunnel. I don't know why the games keep the lights on for the majority of the race, but it is what the game does as we go into the last corner. Flat out round the top of the corner, because that's where the most camber is and you can carry the most speed. Wayne looks like he's got a good run here. Let's go on board with him. There he goes on board, pulls out the pass. Keith, let's go on board with TY. In fact, he's alongside. I think it's all happening here. We need to go to the outside cameras. It's all happening here. 2 by 2 again, down to the first corner. Again, those Supras going up to 180 miles an hour plus on the straight. Incredible speed. 185 mile an hour before braking into the next corner of Neil Farmack. As Wayne goes wide and Neil carries the speed around the outside and goes through. Well, he's alongside him. He's alongside him anyway. He's not fully past him yet, but he's alongside him enough. And he takes the place into 3rd. And Keith now on the back of Pash. Pash has had it easy for this first half of the race. He's been trying to pull away and having it nice and easy now. He's got to watch his mirrors because he's got Keith all over the back of him. Keith, our resident American racer, using the camber and using these long left-hand camber turns to his advantage with being American. He obviously knows a bit more about the oval side of things than we do, is he? Well, having said that, he tries to go to the inside and hits Pash, so don't take the NASCAR thing too literally, Keith, because we don't want any incidents. Unlike NASCAR, we like to keep it clean. But everyone else, so now it's all 5 cars now battling for the lead. Pash has lost his lead. He's now trying to come back on the inside, but then Wayne's on the extreme inside. TY at the back watching everything as we go into the second corner. This is where it's make or break. Outside line for everyone except Wayne, who loses speed. A bit of contact with Keith, and Neil then gives him a shove up the back end, saying, "Yeah, you go, mate. Have that. Get on with it." And we've had Wayne lose control there, so Wayne's lost out, and Wayne loses control, and his Bidster's gone. Looks like he's going to pass him as well. So not good there for Wayne. Unlucky for him, but he. Out of all the cars that were going down into that corner at once, someone was bound to come out of that. Definitely not well, and Wayne was the chosen one for that, so it's not exactly what he wanted to be chosen for, but it is what it is. TY lagging his way around the oval, and in the draft moves out to pass Keith and Pash at the same time. If that was the last lap, that would have been one hell of a finish, but it's not. We've got another 9 or 10 laps to go in this race, so just over half distance. Lag from TY is not going to be helping everyone else, so what we see is what they'll see on track as well. But Keith keeps to the inside and goes through on the inside. Will TY carry the speed around the outside? He does, and so does Pash, who moves out to overtake on the outside of Keith. Epic race in this. Keith has the defensive line for the right-hander on the inside line and defends the position. Pash will look for a switchback, but no way through. And further back we have Bidster and Wayne now together. Now will they work together to try and get back up, or we'll have to see what happens, I don't know, but they are trying the best. But back to the battle for the lead, which is the main battle on track. At the moment it is TY in the lead, Keith second, Pash third, Neil fourth. Now theoretically Pash and Neil should have the best draft out of all this. We'll see how we go. There's Keith. Tyre wear's not looking too bad. I think TY's got the best tyre wear at the minute. Yes, he has. TY's got the best tyre wear. Keith's probably the worst, but only little differences as side by side now. 3 wide down towards the second corner. Pash on the extreme inside, but he's gone through. Keith does the switchback, but remember he's going to have the inside line for the corner, but the outside line will be faster, and TY goes around the outside of him as well. The outside line absolutely benefiting the people that use it. And the camber and the speed you can carry through. So the outside line is the best way to defend into that corner. It's usually the other way around, but with the camber difference, the outside line is that fastest way around. So Bidster and Wayne still together. They're not too far off, these guys, but again we've got to see what happens, and they're both pushing as hard as they can. Domingo's still back there in 7th place. He's just not got no draft now, so all he can hope for is a massive incident up front where several people spin and a few places picked up, but we'll see what happens as TY and Pash then side by side out the last corner. Keith in the draft. Let's go on board with Keith. Let's see the speed of the car down towards the first corner. Keeping the outside line, drafting Pash. TY there in the blue car on the inside. We now go to the inside and we pass TY at the same time. Let's go on board with Pash now. Down to the corner. You'll see here the outside line. Keith on the inside, he's coming up the tracks, he's understeering, but that time he actually held it. So now Neil Farmack's coming up to attack Pash as well. 3 wide into this right-hander. Careful, boys. Neil sensibly backs out of it. No, he's poked his nose in just to say hello, and that's about it. So Pash holds 3rd place. Keith holds 2nd, and TY still in the lead of the race, but he's managing to hold off obviously after that second corner, but up to the second corner he's quite vulnerable, and it's all going to be about who is positioned well for the last lap to see who gets the best run to the line, because they come out the corner there and Keith will pull out the draft now, and the line, you'll see the line in a moment, there it is. So you've got to make sure you get that perfect run on the car in front, or if you're the car in front you've got to hope you can keep the other person out the draft and get the best run you can as well. So it's a bit easier to be the hunter rather than the hunted in this race, in my opinion anyway. So into the first corner. Keith still not favouring that outside line as the others are, and it's now stacking them up a little bit now as Neil's ahead of Pash from the last straight. So they are holding each other up. 3 wide into the next corner. Pash on the inside of TY, who leaves him room. Neil looking for a way around Keith, still no way around there. So it's as you were as they entered the complex, but now out of the complex, drafting begins. TY looking to go for the inside line. That's going to lose some speed onto the straight, unless he's not bothered about that and he just wants to let Pash go and then get back in the draft for a 3-car tow, but he's left it a bit late. He might have gone back a bit too far here as Pash now goes for the overtake on Neil Farmack. Brilliant race in this, 7 cars in the race and epic driving between all of them. Even Domingo trying to do well further back, and he doing well at the start of the race as well. Neil, there's Pash. Neil goes high, uses the draft of Keith as well, looks to the inside, no way through there. Outside line's the fastest way around, but oh, Pash gives Neil a shove and outbrakes himself, gives Neil a shove, and Neil says thank you very much, pal, as he some smoke coming from his tyres there. That's how much lock he was putting on, because he probably panicked. Hopefully his wheels not fell off, but we'll see. But into the long left-hander, Neil in front now, but Neil is now the vulnerable one. The front one is vulnerable to attack from the 3 behind. Again, it's all about positioning for that last lap, but we're still going to battle it out for now. Still got to keep the pressure on. High tension race. Neil Farmack, Keith, Pash, TY's Pash on the inside there, so Pash let him go. Again, it's all about the mind games as well as the physical driving, and Bidster's not too far off the back of this now. His tyres are shredded. He's been trying as hard as he can, and Wayne is still drafting Bidster up to 107.3s, 107.3, 107.1, so roughly those kind of lap times for Bids. Everyone else in the 108s, 107s, so lap times varying with how they battle on track. Pash losing touch now with the top 3. Keith now defends the inside, and now Pash will catch up because they're all holding each other up a little bit. To the right hand of the complex. Quite tall curbs here, you see most of the cars keeping off the curbs because the curbs are that tall. It makes your car spin out a bit like Domingo did earlier. And Bidster's spin earlier was just too much power. That was just Bidster just trying to yeet the car off the corner a bit too much. Although Marshall stands there watching these cars go by, flying past 150 mph plus into the long cambered left-hand corner onto the straight. Let's have another on board then with Pash. He's behind TY, and we're behind TY now, and we're going for, we just backed off, not looking for the move yet. Just going to wait his turn, wait his time, wait his turn. There's a little bump draft there for TY. A little bit of encouragement. 190 miles an hour, almost 187 miles an hour on the limiter almost with these cars. Round turn 1 is going to pass TY there, and now we're looking at the other cars. There they are. TY in the camera there in the mirror, and to the left-hander. Everyone is as they are for now. Back to the outside view. 16 of 19 here. Round the complex, round the right, round the left. Cycling each other up. Bidster's not too far off this now, but I think his tyres are going to be dying at the end of this. 107.3s the last few laps. 107.7, 1.5 and 108 for Neil in the lead. So if you're in the lead of the group, it's a good second a lap slower if you're in the lead and not in the draft. Again, the same top 4 across the line. This time TY goes inside, Pash now goes inside, 3 wide ahead. There we go. 3 wide, almost 4 wide if TY can get a bit closer to make it 4 wide, but Pash takes the lead then from Neil Farmack, and Keith follows him through, but again, the outside line will be the best one. Let's watch Pash round the outside. There he goes. Neil tries to go on the outside as well, but Keith makes contact with him, and TY contacts Neil, and that's going to help Bids to close up as well. So again, the concertina effect happening there as Keith doesn't take the faster line, goes up, understeers up the track, and then it's a pinching movement for everyone else, and you've got to try and fit through the gap, or you've got to try and brake as hard as you can while trying to turn, and that's not ideal at all. So Pash and Keith now separated, and Neil, TY have now got Bidster on the back of them as well. TY's tyres are in incredible condition compared to everyone else's, but now Bidster's on the back. Can he now start getting the draft and start closing up on these boys? TY and Neil side by side. Pash and Keith now for the race win and race lead here. 2 laps to go here at High Speed Ring in race 1 of the final round of the LPB Supra Cup. And down to turn 2. Keith is in the lead. Is he going to go for that inside? No, he goes high this time, but he still doesn't turn. He turns in a lot earlier than the other cars though. Pash carries the speed as we go back to Neil Farmack. Bidster is now up to 4th, he's ahead of TY. Bidster ahead of TY, but the tyres on that car are finished. The same as Neil Farmack, the same as Keith, the same as Pash. TY is the only one that's got rubber left. As Wayne's tyres are dead and Domingo's aren't quite as bad, but obviously he's not been as much draft as anyone else. So it's all to play for here as we're about to start the last lap of the race. All 3 cars there in the tunnel. Bidster looking to try and pass Neil Farmack. He's going to do it before the last corner, or is he going to wait? He goes down the inside line, or he's trying to get more air over the front so he can turn in better. You know, TY right behind him now, so it's all to play for here on the last lap of the race. Leaders, Pash with a little bit of a gap over Keith this time. So is it going to be enough for him to hold on, or is Keith going to close up? Meanwhile, it's 3 wide for 3rd. TY on the inside of Bidster, there he is. TY on the inside of Bidster, sparking the car through the... I think that's partly to do with the lag as well. Bidster to the inside. No, moves back to the outside. He realises his tyres are a bit dead. He's just got to do what he can. He can't do much about TY. He's got more tyre life. In that car has been very kind to the tyres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost in the same shot. Round the left-hander for the last time. Power on as early as you dare. Pash and Keith are side by side for the win. TY's in the draft though, don't write TY off yet. Round the last corner, Pash pulls out a little bit, but TY's closing with the draft and he pulls out to overtake Keith on the last corner. But I think Pash might just take it across the line. It's going to be Pash from Keith and TY. Bidster 4th, Neil 5th, Wayne in 6th. What a finish there from the top 5 and 6 places. Domingo is going to be 7th. He had that little spin earlier on, unlucky for him, but we're going to let him finish anyway. So well done to all drivers involved in that race. Domingo round the last corner at 150 plus. And sideways out, style points, and across the line for 7th place. Better luck in the next race, Domingo. So to your winner then. Your winner is Pash. There he is. Stop the car there. There's Pash, your winner, and an epic job by him. Let's just rewind a tiny bit so we can just see the car come out last corner. There we are. So Pash is your winner there in the Continental 84 car. Epic job by him. And thank you all for watching the race, and we will see you guys next time for race 2. Take care, guys.